Hey guys, welcome back to my channel C4D Wala, and in today's video we are going to create this drone model inside of Cinema 4D. So if you are new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. So here we are in Cinema 4D. So before we start any modeling over here, first thing we need to do, we need to change the layout of the software. So at over here you will get this option called layout. Instead of startup, we will choose model. Yep, so now it will provide all the essential things which are important to model anything in Cinema 4D. So now we need to add our shape first. So I'll go to the shape options and I'll choose this disk. Then I'll press ND. So ND, sorry, so we can see all the lines over here. I'll move this bit over here. Now inner radius, let's make it 70. Disk segments, let's make it 1, and rotational segments, I'll make it 6. Yep, now go to the top view and select this disk and press C to make this object editable, and I'll move this thing over here. Now after that I'm going to select this edges, then I'll select this edge, and by holding Ctrl I'll move this over here. Press T to scale it down and scale it like that. Again, if you want to move the position with the help of E, you can simply move it like that. I'll move this over here. Good. Now I am going to choose this option called polygon pen, so I'll simply click on it, then I'll click over here, then over here, then over here, and then over here, and then over here. So if you see in a perspective view, we will get this kind of shape. Now we will select our points. I'm going to select the rectangle selection tool again, but before selecting that I'm going to click on this option, so it will automatically separate all these 4 options from our main viewport. So because we are going to use it again and again and again, you should follow this thing. Then we will select this rectangle selection tool and we will select this rectangle points, and by holding Ctrl we will deselect these points. Then go to the perspective view and move these things upward like that. You can change the position a little bit over here like that. Let's move something over here. Yep, now hit Ctrl A to select all the faces. Now right click and I'll choose loop cut. Now we will, by holding shift, I'm going to create one cut over here, and then with the help of this one I'm going to increase those cuts up to what we call 5 cuts are there. Now we will select our face selection, and now we will select our move tool. Let's select these faces. By holding shift, select this one, select this one, and select this one. Now right click and I'm going to choose extrude inner and extrude it like that. Press T and then W, not only T, so you can scale it down like that, or we don't need to do that. Let's just keep it as it is like that. If you want, then you can increase and decrease the scale according to you, but we don't need to do that. Or simply hit Ctrl Z, right click, hit inner, extrude again, and we need to decrease the offset little bit, something like, as you can see, 6.2 looks good to me. And we will delete these faces. So we will get this kind of shape over here. Now after this, what we will do, we will add our what we call symmetry object over here. So select the symmetry, select this disk and move inside this symmetry. So as you can see, we will get this mirror object over here. Again we will add symmetry, and we will select this symmetry and move inside this symmetry, but as you can see, nothing is happening because in symmetry the mirror plane is ZY. We need to make it XY. So as you can see, we will get something like this. Now select this symmetry, hold Ctrl and create a duplicate, and alt click on these things like that. So we will get this kind of shape. This is just an extra layer. If we have done any mistake in this, we can reuse it again. Now select this disk by holding shift, select the symmetry one, right click, connect object plus delete, So we'll get something like this. Now I'm going to choose my points, and if you see properly over here, these points are not connected with properly with each other. So for that I'm going to select my rectangle selection tool, select these 2 points, and over here you will get this option called weld. So simply click on it. So now these points are connected. Again we will follow this same procedure for all these points. Yep, as you can see all points are connected with each other very well. Now we will select the face, hit Ctrl A to select all the faces. Oops, make sure that you are deselecting this weld. Now after that right click and choose extrude, and make sure that you are choosing create caps and extrude it upward like that. Yep. Now after that what we'll do, let's move this a little bit upward more. Yes, this looks good to me. Now after that I'm going to select my move tool, select these faces. By holding shift I'm going to select this face, then this face, and right click, and we will choose inner extrude and extrude it inner, then press T for scaling and scale it like that. So if, as you can see, we'll get this kind of shape. If you hit Ctrl R, as you can see, this looks like a very low poly. So what we'll do, we'll choose our subdivision surface, but before that select this symmetry, select these points, hit Ctrl A to select all of them, right click and optimize. Now select this subdivision surface, select this symmetry and move inside this subdivision surface, and if you see, if you hit Ctrl R, you will get this kind of shape. You can increase the number of subdivisions over here. It will change, it will increase a little bit what we call edges and etc stuff, but output will look a little bit smoother. As you can see, by hitting Ctrl R you will get this kind of shape. Go to the symmetry, hide this subdivision surface for now, select those faces. As you can see, these faces are selected. You can increase the height of it, so your model will look a little bit bulky, which is okay. There is nothing wrong with it. Yeah, hit Ctrl R, so we will get this kind of shape. Now I'm going to select the subdivision surface, and then I'll select the symmetry and right click and connect object plus delete. Now what we'll do, I'm going to select these faces and we will select live selections. Now select this, and as you can see, with the help of that you can select multiple faces. Now by holding shift I am going to select this much faces. Make sure that you are holding shift like that. Hold shift and we will select this portion also. Then we will select this portion also by holding shift. Yep. Now right click and we will choose option called split, so it will split this thing with our surface. So as you, for example, if you select this one and alt click on this one, so as you can see, this is where our this faces are separated. Now select this what we call faces, hit Ctrl A, right click and choose extrude and extrude it. Now I'll click on this one again. So as you can see, this is the separate faces. If you hit Ctrl R, you can simply see this. Now select this subdivision surface, choose our subdivision surface, move over here, select this subdivision surface and move inside this one. Select this subdivision, let's make it 1 and 1. If you hit Ctrl R, you will get this kind of stuff. or you don't need to do that much only, you can simply keep it as it is. Now our almost modeling is done. Now we will add some handles over here. So for that, what we will do, uh, we will do is we will choose this rectangular spline and then move it plane is ZY. I'll go to the right view, press C to make this editable. Select this point, select live rectangle selection tool, select those points, press E or move this over here, press T and scale it like that. Then select this, press E, T, scale it like this, press E, move it over here, right click, choose this option called chamfer, and I'm going to increase the radius of it like that. You can increase the radius if you want from here also. Now we will again choose this circle, select this circle and radius should be 10, and go to the subdivision surface options and choose the sweep. Select this circle and rectangle, I'll move inside the sweep. As you can see, we will get this kind of shape. Now select this circle, intermediate points instead of adaptive I'm going to choose uniform, and if you decrease the numbers, as you can see, it will also increase the edges also. Yeah, so our file is not gonna be that much heavy. Now select this sweep and then this rectangle, right click and connect object plus delete, and then press E, press R for rotation, rotate it like that, press E, then W and move this over here, move this over here, press control hold and move this over here, and I'll select this sweep, I'll go to the coordinates, I'll simply type minus over here and move this over here. So if you see, we will get this kind of shape. Now our drone is almost ready. Now we have to add some wings over here which are gonna rotate. So I'll simply add our plane in our scene. Let's move our plane over here so we can manipulate all these things. Go to the object, height and width segment, let's make it 0, press C to make it editable. Go to the points, rectangle selection, select those points, move this over here, select this point, move this over here, select this point, I'll move this over here. Yep. Now select the faces, hit Ctrl A, right click and I'm going to choose extrude and extrude it like that. Don't need to extrude much more. Yeah, this looks good to me. Now select the move tool, but if you see, the handle of this one is over here, so we need to adjust it. So we will choose this option, enable axis, shortcut key is L. So I'm going to click on it and I'll move this over here, then press L again to deselect it. Now we will choose our MoGraph and then we will choose our cloner. Move this plane inside this cloner, select this cloner and let's move this over here. Instead of linear mode, I will choose radial like that, and I can increase the number of this ones. Go to the transform, and if you want then you can rotate it from here. Let's rotate it like that to 40. Now select this cloner in this plane, right click, connect object plus delete, then I'm going to select this sphere. I'll move this over here. I'm going to decrease the size of it. Rotation segments, let's make it 15 only, we don't want much more. Select this cloner and sphere, right click, connect object plus delete, press R for rotation, rotate it like that by holding shift, rotate it on 90 degree. Go to the top view, press E, move this over here and then press T and scale it down. Press E and move this properly over here. So as you can see, we have this shape over here. Now select this by holding Control, move this over here, zoom out, select both spheres, hit Control and duplicate it like that. So if you see, our drone model is ready now. Now all we need to do, we need to add some colors and lighting. Now our model is done, so we don't need to be in the model zone. So in layout, I am again going to choose startup. Yep. Now select our camera. I am going to enable this camera. Select this camera, go to the coordinates, I mean the object, and field view. Let's decrease the field view horizontal. Zoom out a little bit like that. Yeah, if you hit Ctrl R, you will get this kind of stuff. Let's adjust our camera like this. Yep. Then we will add our flow and move this over here. If you hit Ctrl R, you will get something like this. Now I'm going to select this camera, right click, go to the Cinema 4D tag, and over here you will get this option called protection. So simply click on it. So now if you see, you cannot change the view of this camera. If you only time you can change is you need to disable this camera like that. So this option is helpful to lock your camera. So I'm going to unlock it, and now I can adjust my lights and what we call materials, etc. So we need to put some lights, so I'll choose area light. Let's increase the height and size of it. Press R for rotation, rotate it like that. Press E, then W on global axis. Press R, rotate it like that. Go over here, press E, W, move this over here. If you let's enable our camera and hit Ctrl R. As you can see, we have light. Then add shadows. In shadow, I'll choose area, hit Ctrl R. So as you can see, we have a shadow over here. Now I'm going to select this light. By holding Ctrl, I'll duplicate it and I'll move this light over here. Press R for rotation, then W, and rotate it like that. Let's see. Yeah. So now we have to add our material. So I'll create one material and I'll add on this one. Let's hit Ctrl R. Yep. Now we have to add some extra lights, so I'll select this light, hit Ctrl, hold Ctrl and move this over here. Press R, rotate it like that, and move this over here. Let's see. So yes, we will get one light from here also. Now select this color. In color, we will choose white color only. In reflectance, instead of this, I'll choose Beckman. And roughness, I'm going to reduce the roughness, and I'm going to reflection. Let's reduce the roughness like that, and let's see our results. Let's reduce the roughness. Reflection strength, we need to play around with these options, so we'll get something like this. Let's hit Ctrl R. Yep. So increase the roughness to 60, reflection strength 30, specular 10, and if you hit Ctrl R, you will get something like this. Yep. So again, create another material, and I'll apply this material on these options, and we will make this complete black. Let's see. Yep, we will apply this material to this wings also, and we will apply this white material to the stands. If you hit Ctrl R, you will get this kind of stuff. Now there is another interesting thing you can do. Select this shape, select this faces, press U, L, to select loop selection, and you can select this loop selection and simply apply this black color on this edge. And if you hit Ctrl R now, you will get this kind of color for this one. Now we need to apply some material to this ground also. If you want, then you can apply this black material also. Or you can create another material, so you can apply this to flow. Select this flow and reduce the whiteness of this like that. Now if you want, you can go to over here, you can reduce the roughness, you can increase the reflection strength, and if you hit Ctrl R, as you can see, we will get the reflective surface for this model like that. Same thing you can follow for this one. Specular, choose pigment. Let's see how does it looks. It will look something like this. So yep, this is how you can create a drone model. You can choose different types of shape and different types of colors. So yep, in Cinema 4D you can create drone like this, and you can play around with the reflectance and etc, and you can give some different approach for this material, and you can simply apply another textures also. So that's it for the today's video. We will see you in my next video.